Ah, shit. This episode of the BRG podcast has been brought to you by our patrons. Here at BRG, we'd like to thank those patrons who have subscribed and donated. It is because of generosity like yours that makes this show possible.
On this episode of the podcast, it's E3 wrap-up, and Kirak and I bring you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the BRG podcast! I am your host, Warp Jester, and my beautiful, my lovely, my moose riding cohort, Kirak.
What's up, everyone?
How's it going, Ren? How's it going?
Yeah.
Kirak, my friend.
Yes.
I'm excited. I am
excited
very
too.
excited.
I am very excited. Actually, I gotta unplug here.
You're excited because you have to unplug.
Yes.
That's
I'm
good to
excited.
know.
I'm
I'm excited because there's been a lot of hoopla and hee-haw and whatnot about E3.
Really? I thought it was a slow week for video game. No, I'm just
To that end, guys, it is post E3. We've gone through the E3, which is June 13th to the 15th, and we're now at the end of it. We've gotten all the gist in the news. Some of it exciting, some of it potentially exciting and lacking details, and some of it ho-hum. But in light of that, in light of the light news week, we are going to forego the usual headlines, and we're actually going to be just covering everything that's happened at E3. Now, there is way too much for a podcast to cover.
Yeah.
So, per usual, if you've watched this podcast for a while, I'm going to tell you right now, there is a chance this may run a tad long. I apologize in advance. Just hit play, put us in the background, listen. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
But we're gonna try to cover. We're gonna cover the big six. There is a lot of other stuff that goes on there, but again, it's just, I can't nail it all. But we're gonna be covering Ubisoft, Bethesda, and then Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, and we'll even talk about EA, even though they're technically not part of E3. So that's going to be kind of the lineup tonight. There is one little bit of news in errata that I do want to mention, just as a quick headline.
Yeah.
There's a new console coming out, not by the big three.
Really? I didn't even hear this.
Yeah. You know who's
Okay.
making it?
No, tell me.
Atari.
Shut
We will
up.
talk about that more next week. But for
Okay.
now,
I
let's
had
get
no
into
clue.
E3. Alright guys, so getting into E3. Now again, we're going to be talking about the big ticket items here. There was a lot of stuff that got announced, and I think they're going to preface this by saying there are some things we're going to kind of gloss over, either because they didn't give us much to go on or we weren't very interested in. I apologize, but we're humans, we're biased on certain things. That said, there were some good things that came from each of these people, each of these groups, and there's some things that drove me absolutely freaking nuts and had nothing to do with them afterwards. But I digress. We're going to start off with Ubisoft. Now, Ubisoft, a little bit of a sleeper hit for me. There was a lot of content there that I was actually shocked to see and actually kind of really, really liked. So to go into it a little bit, first things first, Assassin's Creed. I personally, I don't know about you, Kirak, I'm not an Assassin's Creed fan.
I am.
Okay. I mean, the only thing I really have to say about it, honestly, is the graphics. The graphics were nice. They really were.
Yeah. Yeah.
They looked good.
Well, for this particular game you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I am an Assassin's Creed fan. I played the first two and part of the third, and then after that, I kind of just dropped it. And it was like they were just beating a dead horse year after year, year after year. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's true. And so now they took a 2-year break, and this is what they come up with, Assassin's Creed Origin.
Okay. So for this type of genre of game, this, the RPG, run around, stab people, be sneaky. Did you see the gameplay footage of it?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Does it seem like it's gonna measure up to what you were looking for, kind of back towards the beginnings?
I do like the stealth aspect of it. It's one of the things I've always liked in video games, but
Okay.
and I've watched the gameplay footage of this, but I'm doubtful whether or not I want to get into it. I'm gonna wait. This is one of the games where I think it's worth it, but I'm gonna wait to see the reviews.
Big bug. Big bug.
Maybe it's the eagle from
Maybe.
Assassin's Creed Origins. Yeah.
There's aspects about it. I'm not usually big on some of these genres. That said, I love watching them, but
Yeah. Yeah.
The other thing is the Crew 2. Now the Crew, at first glance, you may think it's like another like Need for Speed car racing type thing. It's not. It's a lot of different things. Never heard of it. I'll be honest with you before now. Watched a little bit of it. The thing that really kind of killed me is in watching the Bethesda announcement. It was a fat load of nothing. It was a whole bunch of cinema cuts, and I got to see nothing for the game. So for somebody who is not familiar with this franchise, I've learned nothing about it. I see you can play more than just cars, and that's about all I know about it. So as for the demo, woo! Look, Crew 2 is coming. Does nothing for me. Absolutely nothing.
Same here. I never even looked into the first one when it came out. Heard it didn't do well, and now I'm like, they're still making another one.
Hey, they keep making Spider-Man. Oh, sorry.
Nice.
Hey, if first you don't succeed, try again. Anyways, another one is going to be South Park's Fractured But Whole.
Oh yes.
The previous South Park got a lot of good reviews. It was a fun playable game. I like South Park as a cartoon. This type of game really doesn't interest me. And I'll be honest with you, looking at the demo they had at the E3 event, it looked like just more of the same. Yeah. So there may be some new mechanics to it. There may be some new things. They didn't say shit about it. As a matter of fact, this is the theme of E3 was just, we're going to show you an ad. Here you go. And move on. But yeah, so I mean, I guess all I'm going to say is if you like the last one, chances are you're probably going to like the new one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
if you like South Park and their crude jokes, that'll work.
Yeah, if you like dick and fart jokes, this is definitely up your alley.
Yeah.
Which, don't get me wrong, I'm all for a good dick and fart joke, but hey. Transference. I don't know how to describe this. I definitely recommend you go watch videos of it. It's kind of a freaky thing. The only thing I can say about it is Frodo.
Yes, that's right. I remember seeing
I saw it. Yeah. I saw this face pop up. I was like, what?
What the? Yeah.
I'm not going to say anything more about it. It looks interesting, but I didn't get... Again, it was one of the things... I'm trying to go off of what they gave us at E3. I've done a little digging on some of the games because I was really, really interested and couldn't hold back from wanting to learn more. But you go through the E3 press events, and you just got nothing. And this is one of those ones I got nothing, but it's like, oh, this looks really cool. So I have to go look a little more up front. Go look it up. Go watch the trailer for it. It's interesting. There's a couple good ones out there that do that. Here's one for you.
Yes.
Skull and Bones.
Yes.
Now, I could be biased because I happen to like World of Warships. And this is like a ship strategy game. But they were talking about some of the game mechanics of it. It looks fun. You've got an armada of ships that you can all play. You can pick different ships. One has like basically what is the equivalent of artillery, a large, heavy damage ship, a battering ram on one ship. But what I liked about it, what seemed interesting to me, is that this really pushes towards you are going to be on a team, so to speak, in terms of having these different ships you use, and you need to know how to use them if you're going to be successful. So you go into these naval battles, and you have to work within your means. Now, the step away from this and other, like World of Warships, for example, is this is a different era. You don't have steam power or gas power or anything else. It's wind. It's actually a little diagram of sorts, a little cue of where the wind blows, so to speak. So you have to learn how to utilize that so you can get the speed you need.
The game looked fantastic. Like it looked really spectacular.
The
You could
graphics
tell they
look
put a lot of work.
wonderful.
One of the things I gotta say though is, I mean, coming from Ubisoft, it's almost like they looked at Assassin's Creed Black Flag and just stripped out the naval battle part
Funny
and
thing, you should mention that.
built upon that. So
That is exactly what they did.
yeah,
That
it's
is
pretty much.
that is verbatim in the
I
interview they had.
I can picture the meeting where they're like, "Hey, you know what? This ship part is fun."
Yeah,
Like,
we should make this its own thing.
yeah.
It's kind of like when Animaniacs has a spin-off of Pinky and the Brain. You know, sometimes the little shorts that you can pull. This is one of those. But yeah, no, seriously, this was a lot of fun. You go around, you collect loot, you battle, you try to keep as much on you can, and you're getting loot different ships, and then you've got an armada coming after you. You've got to get the hell out of Dodge. And again, it changed dynamic, and everybody book it, get the hell out. And sometimes you have to sacrifice a ship to save the rest, you know. So there's a lot of interesting gameplay. So I'm interested in this one for sure. Then we had Just Dance 2018. I could honestly not give two fucks less. They had BB.
I'm right there with you.
BB something or another, whatever the new cutesy teeny bopper or post teeny bopper hip hop or hip currently pop trendy thing. Whoop-de-fucking do. I'm sorry. If you're into it, I apologize. No, I don't even apologize.
Do they They don't have a mat you dance on. They use the Kinect, right?
They didn't really say much in the thing.
No, they didn't show. Yeah, exactly.
I really don't. I ran out of fucks to give to even try to find out. I'll be honest with you. So it was just it was a total fuckless situation. I'm sorry. They also have South Park Phone Destroyer. It's a mobile app game. Again, it seems humorous in the typical South Park humor realm, kind of an RPG thing.
Yeah.
I don't personally have an interest in it. I guess if you're into it, look into it. It's just one of they kind of threw it out there. It was like, hey, look, and they literally showed the trailer, showed the commercial for it that you would get if you went to the App Store and hit play, and that was all they told you. I was like, okay, sure, I guess we're done here. The other one they had that was interesting was Starlink.
Yes.
Now,
Was this the one where they had the stylized graphics, the art, like people with no faces?
Here's the thing, and I'm gonna try to
double check.
Not spend too much time here because I got no one I really want to dive into, but it's interesting. I really want to dive into this a lot deeper.
No, it's not. I was thinking of something different. Sorry.
No, I want to dive into this a lot deeper, but you have this new, beautiful gameplay, nice graphics.
Yeah.
It looks really cool, and then you see all the fighting that's going on, and it looked really interesting, and I was kind of lost as to what they were doing because all of a sudden they flash away to somebody taking a little
little model plane or jet.
I'm trying to remember what
spacecraft.
They had for Nintendo. They had the little figures you can.
They call Amiibo, right?
Yeah, Amiibo. Thank you. Hey, but you're pulling pieces off of it and putting different pieces onto it. It's like, wow, okay.
Yeah. And then it changes in the game, so it's obviously it knows what you're adding to the real world model.
And you see it change up. And if this is actually what the game is going to look like, it's like, okay, this is interesting. That said, things like this make it's like, okay, it's kind of cool. You have a physical element to it, but at the same time, it's like, hey, look, you can have a game you can give your kid that it's going to cost you a shit ton of money because they're going to keep pestering you for more fucking pieces. They're going to get lost. Dad, I need to kill this boss. I can't find my super cannon. Did you look under the couch? I don't need this kind of a headache.
And when you get up in the middle of the night to get that drink of water, you
fucking rocket launcher to the foot. Ah! Yes, took out the boss. Anyway, so the game itself wasn't anything spectacular. I mean, it was nice. It looked nice. It was an interesting gameplay aspect. They also announced Steep, which again was just a commercial for, hey, look, you can go out and do all the extreme sports stuff from gliding to snowboarding to skiing.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's what I was like, wow.
I used to play SSX back in the day. I liked it. It was cool. Whatever. I'm good. Far Cry 5, I'm not really going to go into this. It looks like a fun game.
It does look like a fun game.
It's a very interesting.
They had kind of like a was Smokey and the Bandit feel to it.
I was going to go a little more
Okay. Melding between the two.
There you go. Smokey and the inbred cousin. Okay, got it. So another one that I'm sure is going to be popular. People are going to like it. It looks good. Now here's the one that I'm super excited about, and again, I had heard about Beyond Good and Evil back in the day, but then I saw, but I never played it, never really watched any gameplay of it, and then the lights went down on stage. They brought up this trailer. This is a completely just cinematic trailer, and I'll tell you right now, this is one of those things where it is okay to go ahead and pause this podcast right now.
Yes, absolutely.
Go look this up and play it, because besides the fact that it looks gorgeous, again, this is cinematic. It's not the actual gameplay. The humor of it.
Oh.
I did not want this trailer to end.
Yeah,
I looked epic.
Out of all E3, this is what I'm most excited about. Beyond Good and Evil 2.
I agree. I know. I seriously, I agree with you. This right here is probably the best thing I saw at E3.
Yeah. Remember the part where they're doing the chase scene, and the cops are all chasing them, and was it that rung out to me like The Fifth Element with the taxi cab police?
Yes.
Identical. It was
Big
like
bada
right
boom.
Oh my God, was it ever good? My God.
Dude, I tell you, honestly, guys, go watch the trailer, and then you can watch some gameplay footage. But the characters are awesome. They got great personality to them. It looks like a blast. If I was actually gonna go out and pay some sum of money for this style of thing, this is gonna be it. This is gonna be the one that would definitely, Kirok, this has got to be on your live stream.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure.
I will be glued to it if you have this on live stream.
Yeah.
I promise you. Anyways,
keep in mind this might be out like a few years still, because it's still in production. So,
but still, Anyways, so that is Ubisoft. That is all there is to see about them. Again, a couple of decent ones. The Beyond Good and Evil is definitely a standout. Skull and Bones, it was definitely an interesting one. I'll be honest with you, those are the two that kind of stood out to me as really like, oh my God, I would like to see more about them. So there's 2 points for Ubisoft. Kirok, my friend.
Yes. All right.
Xbox.
Now, as far as all the different conferences that happened in E3, this was actually one of my favorites. To me, it was probably the top one. It's Microsoft. So let's talk a little bit about the console, Project Scorpio. Project Scorpio now finally has an official name, a price, and a release date. So
and it's stupid.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are not liking it. They're all thinking, why don't they just leave the damn freaking name as like Xbox Scorpio or Scorpio? So Scorpio in there somewhere. Because you have
Xbox S and the Xbox Scorpio, and that can get confusing.
That could get confusing.
But then
so it's now called Xbox One X. So Xbox One and then the letter X. I heard an
Can we spell out how many different ways that can get fucking confusing as hell? It's an Xbox X, as opposed to an Xbox S.
S. Exactly.
SX, yeah.
So we were talking about it at work, and they were like, "Oh, there's a bunch of kids Christmas time is going to get the wrong console."
No shit. Oh, kids are gonna pick it up, and the box gonna be too small. No.
It's a little bit smaller than it's the same style looking, but all black as the Xbox One S. And it's going to come out November 7, 2017, and it will retail for $499 US, which is about $12,000 Canadian. No, I'm just kidding.
And $100 more than the PS4 Pro, Next Gen, 4.5, whatever you want to call it.
But they're keeping both consoles, so the One S is meant for those who just want a good gaming experience, and then the One X is more for the pro gamer,
and for VR.
And for VR, that's true too. But oddly enough, they didn't really talk about VR. But I'm gonna go into that. So
Tell
there
me
was
about
really
it.
there was really no mention about VR. One of the games they did spotlight was Super Lucky's Tale. Now, the reason I point this out is because Super Lucky's Tale actually has its roots in VR on Oculus. They did do a presentation of Super Lucky's Tale, but they still didn't allude to it containing any VR stuff. So who
Okay.
knows? I mean, the console's more than powerful enough to handle VR, but they didn't really say if they were siding with one or the other of the two major players, HTC or Oculus, or if they were going over with one of their own or something they make. But who knows?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to move on to the games.
Okay.
And this is I've kind of made a list of those that were left an impression on me. Okay, so their
Notable.
conference in their conference, because they showed off, they said 42 games and 22 which were exclusive titles and so on.
Okay.
One of them was Assassin's Creed Origins, which we covered already with
Which we
Ubisoft.
covered.
So the next one is Crackdown 3, which is an Xbox One exclusive, and this will play on both Xbox One and Xbox One X. The main difference is in the Xbox One X, you can play it at
just call it the X or the S, because we're
The
gonna have a
X-File.
podcast that's 3 hours long.
Yeah.
When you're trying to, it's the Microsoft Xbox One S. The Xbox.
So they basically hired voice actor. Well, they grabbed an actor. His name is Terry Crews. You guys know him, and he's doing the protagonist voice in the game. It's a completely destructible, futuristic city. I love the original. I played the original, but the second one, Crackdown 2, wasn't the greatest.
Fair enough.
So yes, and it will also take advantage, I believe, of the Xbox One X, what they called enhanced, because it plays 4K native games. The other one that's also an exclusive was Forza Motorsport. So this title plays in 2160p at 60 frames a second.
Wow.
This time around in this game, they have 700 cars or over 700 cars, and they have a whole bunch of new tracks and new weather systems. It looks fantastic as far as the game goes, but I'm not the biggest in racers. So this one was actually, I think, graphically visually, kind of like a sleeper in the whole conference. And I don't mean just Microsoft, I mean whole E3. It is a Metro Exodus. It's a third installment into the Metro series, but this version is a fully realized open world. And they showed some gameplay, and it hands down had probably the best graphics I saw out of everything. I would say even better than the
image you have with the train here, is that a stylized artistic rendering of the game, or is that the actual game?
It looked like that in the game. It was quite impressive. There is a video online, but I didn't grab that.
So is this a RPG?
I think it will be as an RPG. It's like a post-apocalyptic.
So kind of like a Fallout competitor.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it looks to me like a Fallout type thing.
Okay.
Next was Middle-earth: Shadow of War. So this is the second in the Middle-earth games. The first one was Shadow of Mordor, and it introduced the Nemesis system back then a few years ago, and now they're essentially doing it a bigger world, new gear, and more loot to discover. Same thing, some tweaks in the Nemesis system. I never played it, although I have the game, so one of these days I'll probably play it.
Okay.
Following that was Sea of Thieves. So Sea of Thieves, and this is one of those games where it looks fun, it's cartoony, and it's meant to be played with a bunch of people. It's basically a pirate type setting, and you navigate a world, collect loot, hunt for bounty, and your friends and you all get online and play it. It's kind of like or similar to Skull and Bones, but Skull and Bones is realistic, where this is light-spirited and fun and cartoony and things like that.
Skull and Bones was strictly you're on ships, and the entity you're playing is the ships.
Right. This one,
looks like
you're the character, so you can go off ship, on islands, explore.
So
and
you actually all pile onto a ship together and go sail the ship and control it.
Yeah. You might even be able to, and don't quote me on this, maybe even have your own ships and sail around together. But the thing with me was that they showed this and showed the gameplay and fun stuff together. Back on last year's E3, and now they did it again this year's E3, and I'm like, okay, guys, where's the game?
Yeah, that's a problem they've had this year, is some redos.
Another one, I'll go through these real quick. State of Decay 2. State of Decay 2 is basically an open world zombie survival game. This time it looks like they're moving more into heavy duty into like the world survival, where you have to actually like make a base, supply the base, grow plants, survive, and still keep yourself safe from zombies. Tacoma is another one. This is the same developer that made the game Gone Home. This is their new release. So it's an exploration and discovery game out on an abandoned spaceship. And basically, you kind of have to piece together what happened on this abandoned spaceship by recovering data and so on and trying to figure things out. So
Gotcha.
it's pretty cool. Okay. They also, oh my God, they had a lot of stuff, dude. It was like a 2-hour, 20-minute thing.
Yeah, that was a long one.
Yeah. They had their ID at Xbox Games announcement. It's basically their independent developers or indie game developers. And
Okay.
I'm not going to talk about the games. I'm just going to read off some titles that people will recognize. So Ark Survival Evolved, Black Desert Online, Conan Exiles, Fable Fortune, which is a card game, The Last Night, Path of Exile, We Happy Few. All of those were kind of quickly shown off in that section of the conference.
Gotcha.
And for me, this is like that one more thing from another company, but it's the 3 big things. Unknown Player Battleground is confirmed to come out for Xbox One this fall.
Yay, so now you can have a shitty time shooting because you're using a joystick.
You know what? If they do the job right, I might even get it for that. I already have it for computer, but I might even get it for that. The other
Why?
thing was, I don't know. I have friends on there who play, and I might want to join and play with them. The other thing they mentioned was Microsoft, and this was big. This actually it quadrupled my game library for Xbox One like that. They basically announced that they're going to have backwards compatibility for the original Xbox games.
I like it.
Now, they did say it's not necessarily going to have every single game, but they're going to start off slow. The one they showed was Crimson Skies, which is an awesome game, and I have it. And then finally, Minecraft is going 4K. And
Lucky 8-bit in 4K!
You know what? Personally, I could care less about the 4K. The biggest part of it was that they're making it cross-platform. So now you can actually save and play your games across multiple devices. So we're talking Xbox, Switch, iOS. That was freaking huge, man. That was amazing.
Now, can you be on your mobile device and play on my server that I'm on with my computer?
Well, that's the thing. I think you are. You can on a PC, but you have to be running Windows 10, as far as I know.
Okay, that'd be interesting.
Yeah,
It'd be interesting to be able to log in, like, because there's plenty of times when I play Minecraft where it's like, somebody say, oh, dude, you gotta check out this build. I'm not gonna necessarily go on there to really do a lot of playing per se, but to be able to get on my mobile phone and pop in real quick and see what you're doing,
yeah.
That would be epic.
And that's pretty much it for the Microsoft. I mean, those were the big guys, right? The big points are the big.
Again, guys, there's so much. I mean, we're running long. We haven't gotten to Nintendo yet.
I know.
First half.
Exactly.
It literally is. There's so much content that we could banter on about into like a 3-part series.
For Nintendo, I'm going to do it a little different. I'll read off the main titles that they presented. They presented more than what I'm about to say, but the one thing I wanted to point out was they did a direct style presentation. So it wasn't a conference. It was pre-recorded, hit play, and it was about 23 to 25 minutes long. So
gotcha.
Some of the things that they showed or covered were Xenoblade Chronicles 2. This is coming holiday 2017. Also, Kirby 2018. They don't have a specific date. They just said a year, so that could be even a year from now or more.
Kirby!
Pokemon. By the way, these are all for Switch. I did not see anything in there, I think, that was for 3DS. Pokemon RPG. So it's not the specific name for it, but they're working on a Pokemon RPG. No release date mentioned. Metroid Prime 4 is the next one. So I'm not a Metro Prime. I don't really care. To me, I never got into it. But again, this one, no specific date mentioned. They just showed literally the title in a space background for about 6-7 seconds, and that was it. Nothing. No talk about nothing. Another one is, so Yoshi is coming out, and it's called Only Yoshi for the Switch in 2018. They didn't say a specific date. And then, of course,
so wait, they had Paper Mario, now they've got Cardboard Yoshi?
It's like woolly almost, or is it cardboard? I
looks like
couldn't
cardboard.
tell. It's weird. But it looks cool. The graphics do look good.
Cute.
Skyrim.
Here's a big one. Skyrim on screen.
Yeah. And then Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. This looks
fun.
This looks fun. Out of all the ones they presented,
really fun.
This is the one I think I'm more excited about. Oh, and then this was huge. Nobody, I think, expected this. Rocket League in Holiday 2017, cross-platform on the Switch. Rocket League. That's huge.
That's a big
massive.
deal. That's a huge deal right there, because joysticks are ideal for this game, so you're not at any disadvantage by any. As a matter of fact, if you're playing PC on Rocket League, you're gonna get owned if you're using a keyboard and mouse. I know, because I get owned.
Imagine if you get if most people who have pro controllers already for the Switch, they're laughing. They're laughing. And then finally, October 27, 2017, so this is an actual date, is Super Mario Odyssey. Super Mario Odyssey. Yes,
this
Super Mario
is disturbing, to be honest.
They showed a video that gave a little bit more insight into it, and that little cap with the eyes kind of takes control of characters as you, playing as Mario, throw it onto those characters.
It's a little disturbing.
And then you kind of possess that other character, whether it be a car, a human, an animal, whatever, and you
a light pole,
yeah, like inanimate objects.
In
Crazy.
light of this,
yes,
I put forward to you, sir, that Mario is in fact not Mario.
Oh, in this game?
That in all of our history, we've never known that Mario was just some dude.
Yeah.
That who we perceive as Mario, the mustache and all, was actually the Cap this entire time.
Oh wow. That's a nice twist.
You've come to find out. That's why he stays so young for so many years. Cap just keeps jumping to the next guy.
And that's basically the wrap up, guys. So at this point, we're going to take a quick ad break and see you in a bit.
It's time to rev up for another BRG Freeview. Freeview is a month-long event hosted by Balraki Gaming where we pick a free-to-play game, play the crap out of it, including hosted team events, and at the end of it all, we sit down in a roundtable review and tell you if it's worth playing or not. For the month of July, we will be playing Crossout. Crossout is a post-apocalyptic vehicle shooter. Take on missions, build up your ride from the ground up. That's right, custom crafting your own ride. Join different factions, gain access to workbenches, and build custom armor and weapons. Check out the marketplace where you can buy and sell your parts. Take on missions to collect additional scrap and parts, and go head-to-head with players in Brawl. Previews get to be hosted for the month of July. We'll be doing team play events for July 1st and July 16th, where we get together, team up, and take out your adversaries. And on July 30th, we'll be hosting the Roundtable Review, where we'll be able to tell you every little stinking detail about the game, what parts we liked, what parts we hated, and what parts might be worth playing. You can find out more over at ballrocketgaming.com under the events. Alright guys, so for our second half here, we're going to dive into Sony, Bethesda, and EA. And I'll be honest with you, in my opinion, Bethesda was the only thing of interest here. So I'm going to kind of breeze on some of this and probably just rip a few people a new hole. Sorry. Okay, so prefaces this whole first part about Sony. Sony was a very painful first hour of nothing but commercials. That's all it was. If you want to know anything about these games, well, too bad. You got a whole bunch of cinematics, trailers, and that was it. And I'm sorry, don't get me wrong. I do appreciate a good RPG that's got cinematic breaks in it, and I do enjoy games like that. But when you're going to a major event to talk about games that are coming out, talk about the games coming out! For fuck's sake.
There were times when I was going through the video or the conferences, and I'm like skipping. I'm going, well, show me the game. Show me the game.
There's I think it's like H, J, and K. You can skip ahead, skip back. It's K. Fuck this. So there's Uncharted: A Lost Legacy.
I'm excited about that.
No, you may be excited about it
because I've played all of them and I love it. I love that kind of gameplay.
Did you see something that was worthwhile?
Is there a new game mechanic? About. It was like, okay, more video of it. That's it. There wasn't anything.
It's great. If you like the game, I'm not knocking the game. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But from watching it, you got a cinematic trailer and nothing. Like for all I know, it's just
there was no in-game footage as far as I saw.
Yeah, it just extend the game and play more of the game. Okay. Do I get a new trailer for the end of the game? What is this? So big fucking whoop. Sorry, but it's like I said, a lot of this. It was just seriously, Horizon Zero Dawn. It looks pretty.
Yeah, it does.
It looks really neat. I can't say anything more about it. And the other thing too is the opening of Sony's thing. It literally opened, like it started, the lights went down, and they started playing the trailer. And for the whole first video being Uncharted and into Horizon Zero Dawn, they didn't have the audio right. So you weren't hearing the audio input. You were hearing the audio through like a mic in the audience kind of thing. Yeah. And it sounded like bad. Shit. You couldn't hear what the people were saying. It was just piss poor. So
yeah, it sounded like somebody went to a concert and brought their old tape recorder and recorded the concert.
Yeah, exactly. So and this one too, Horizon is coming this year.
Oh, good. It's good that I'm playing it now.
Great, thanks, guys. One that was interesting was Days Gone. It's another kind of a post-apocalyptic, kind of zombie-esque type, survival thing.
It looked interesting.
It looked fun and interesting. I'll be honest with you, I'm not really all that big on games that kind of like choose your own adventure kind of thing. You're walking along, hit X for this or hit Y for this or kind of thing. Mm-hmm. This wasn't so bad, but these kind of games, it didn't feel as freeform. It was very defined.
I want to know
here,
how
do this.
It does for reviews and stuff before I even consider getting it.
Yeah, I definitely went on that. There's also Monster Hunter World.
Not a fan.
My notes on this. Meh. Comes out 2018. You show Horizon Zero Dawn looks beautiful and it's mecha dinosaurs, and then you show this, it's like, well, that's kind of anticlimactic. Okay, well, I guess so. Shadow Colossus.
Yeah.
Again, no gameplay footage I could really go off of. No details about it. God damn, it looked pretty.
Yeah, it did look pretty. I've always wanted to play this game and always intended to go back. Now I'm like, oh, good. I'll wait till this comes out.
No, it looked pretty. I would like to see it, more of it. I'm definitely interested. I get a little excited. It was a very short little trailer. I was like, okay, this looks really cool. This is really cool. And then they showed Marvel vs. Capcom. Wow. You want to talk about, like, yeah, she's hot. What picture of grandma? What the fuck? Oh. Just limp. It looks like shit.
Oh my god!
And people can argue with me about the style of it. You know what? It looked like shit. It looks.
Yeah, it didn't look.
And again, it is the other thing that kills me too. It's Marvel versus Capcom. It literally is. You beat the tar out of each other, and they're showing a cinematic trailer for it, building up the storyline.
I don't like the art style either. Like
it looks like
I don't like the art style, period.
And to be fair, guys, yes, it's an art style, but you've got like big burly shoulder things that when they go like this, the armor disappears into their neck because of no collision. Understand what's moving on. I'm sorry. It's
you're just like swatting them. It's all the bugs.
It limp dicked me the entire rest of the time for the most part, to be honest with you. Call of Duty World War II. This is the best way I can describe this is we tried to do something different and it fell on its face. So we're gonna go back to the old tried and true.
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. We'll see. I think it looked good. It did look good.
Yes, the cinematic trailer looked very nice.
Yes,
it did.
But still, no in-game, right?
There was a little bit of thing. The action did look good. A little bit of in-game. The action did look interesting. What I'd be interested in is see how much is actually player controllable, because you see a lot of there's planes flying by, they're shooting down, there's tanks running around, there's people running through buildings that are being broken down. How much is the cinematic? And how much is it actually, you will be able to do this? If they actually made this game that detailed, we actually could knock shit down, topple trees, things like that. This would be an epic game.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to see a game like this where it's a first-person shooter, team on team, and by the time you're done with the round, you can look back at the map and see a city that just got fucking annihilated. Then I'd be interested.
All I really care for in this game, because I left Call of Duty a long, long time ago, is I want a good campaign. If it's got a good story, I'm in for the story. I won't even play the online. I don't give a crap about that.
Yeah. Getting to PSVR, I'm just going to highlight this real quickly for you guys.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Anyway, so we have Skyrim VR. A lot of people love Skyrim.
Yeah.
The whole Elder Scrolls series is very popular. It's one of the people that love for it. I just always really worry about any type of game like this that's VR.
Yeah.
It's the movement thing. We're going to talk about this more, but movement is a thing. How they're going to do movement is going to be critical, so I'm not sure how they're going to take care of that. They had Star Child. Watch a little bit of the gameplay. It almost looks like a platformer, side scroller kind of thing. I'm not really sure where the VR plays into it. I did get a chance to try to go watch more game footage instead of the little trailer they gave. So it looks nice. It looks pretty, but I'm not really sure how VR fits into it. There's another game they had. I forget what the name of it was. It was look, it's a VR game, and all it was you were a fixed VR view up above the character looking down.
Yeah,
like, I could have stuck my monitor to my face and done the same thing, guys. But yeah, okay, whatever. The Patient.
Yeah, Impatient. Yeah.
Watch the trailer again. Cinematic trailer. A little bit. I picked this picture because it is super fuck off creepy, and it looks super fuck off creepy. The graphics look good. Fantastic, but it's just creepy as shit. Then there's Monsters of the Deep. It's Final Fantasy VR fishing. All comic aside, I could totally see doing this shit. I need to have a cheap and easy way to put a marker on my beer so I know where the fuck the thing is, so I can reach down and grab it.
You would need a straw because the visor would get in the way.
I'm fancy. I use a straw for my beer. They have right next to Final Fantasy. I don't know. The other one was Bravo Team.
Yeah.
It's an urban mill.
Yeah.
Sim.
I looked at it and went, no. I mean, the concept is good, but it didn't look right. Like
it's in VR, which means it's going to be pronged with movement.
Yep.
And it's another fucking mill sim.
Yeah.
We have enough mill sims. Please stop.
I don't know if they're gonna listen. I don't know.
Fuck me. The other one they had was actually kind of cute. It's called Moss. This one looks cute and it looks interesting because it's another PSVR game, and you got this cute little mouse that's kind of your little guy. Like I haven't watched anything else beyond the demo they gave.
Yeah,
but it kind of reminds me of like a Myst style puzzler.
Oh yeah, this did look amazing.
As near as I can tell from it. But it's a little touches and cute. This little scene right here. You have the little mouse on the edge of the dock. You look down, and you see your face.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of like No Face from Spirited Away. That kind of thing. It's just a kind of a mass of sorts. And you do little things. You help grab and twist and puzzle things to help the mouse through.
This actually looks like it's really good.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. Especially,
of course,
let's say you have kids who might want to play. Like, it looks like it's a beautiful game, like, and puzzle solving and stuff.
It looks very cute. Of course, God of War. I'm not even gonna bother going into this. People who love God of War, this looks like a great follow up to it. The graphics are wonderful. The gameplay is gonna be interesting. The humor actually in it was actually pretty good. I did appreciate the little humor and touches to it. And it's just kind of weird for God of War. That one is Detroit Become Human. Again, the cinematic trailer was the demo they showed off, but it looks really good. The graphics are stellar. I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
As soon as I watched this, I immediately got into it, and it was just like, okay, I could literally sit back and just go, okay, just keep, don't bother me with gameplay. Just go ahead and play. I want to.
The other thing is, it has, you could tell it's deep with story. There's a lot of good story in there. So, yeah, it looks great.
No,
It looks great, and I think there's going to be a good payoff in terms of what you see and what you get in terms of story out of it.
Destiny 2, this is Bungie's venture. It's had some back and forth in people's minds, so it is whatever it is. But I'll be honest with you, by the time I got to this point, it had already been 50 minutes of fucking commercials, basically. No talking, nobody on the stage, no explanation, nothing. It was just ad after ad after ad. And what they do, they come out, have one guy go, blah, 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 oh, one more thing. Spider-Man.
Oh, yes.
Hey, look! Fuck that shit. I've already sat through a fucking hour of bullshit. You do, one more thing, and you show me fucking Spider-Man. And, man, I understand that everybody has a different idea of what they like for gameplay type stuff, but fuck this shit. You sit there with the controller, you do this. It's like, okay, press R2 now. Oh, okay, hit X. Oh, dodge Y. No, it's not my style of game. It looks fuck all retarded. Had absolutely no interest in it, and I already sat through an hour of ads.
I must say, to me, it kind of looked like almost like a reskin of one of the Arkham games, the Batman games. Like the same kind of perching up high above the people, going down, battling them.
It effectively
looks good. It looks decent, like nice, but I know I never got into any of the Batman Arkhams. I know I'll not get into this.
It's a fucking button mashing game.
Yeah.
It is I'm sorry. You please leave a comment if you want to berate me, but it is a game for retards. Hey, look, I blew all of my fingers but one off in a firecracker accident because I'm a dumb inbred moron, but I can still play this game. I could train a pigeon and play the fucking game. I'm sorry.
You just gotta hang on. Grab the controller and sprinkle some seeds on the buttons.
Yeah.
And then watch them back away at it.
Oh, look, you passed the level. Where'd you go, Pidgey? Pidgeotto, I choose you. Anyways, that was Sony. In my opinion, that was arguably at least tied for last in the worst fucking demo or press demo I've ever seen. Just fuck all stupid. I'm ashamed I wasted my time in there. On the flip side of things, Bethesda was fun. I had a lot of fun. Bethesda's theme to their release announcements was Bethesda Land. Yeah. And it was very, very kind of Fallout 4-esque 50s style,
So I told you what I felt about it. I didn't really like that. It didn't catch me. Every so often they would break and go to that voice and that look, and I was like,
And again, I am amazed that you're wrong, but I respect that.
Okay, all right.
This is the thing about Bethesda, and why I've always loved Bethesda, is they're always very tongue-in-cheek. And that shows through in a lot of their content, especially Fallout 4, which I would never have the time to really sit down and play Fallout 4, but I love watching people play. I watched hours of Generic B playing through the game.
Okay.
It's enjoyable, and it's very tongue-in-cheek. They did start off with, right off the top, talking about Bethesda VR. They talked about Doom VFR. I'm pretty sure you can figure out what the F is in there. As well as Fallout 4 VR. Controls are interesting. Because the controls are going to be like partially using the little scroll pad for the thumb and trigger to kind of like pick where you're going to be and teleport to it.
Mm-hmm. Teleport's okay. Teleport's safe.
No, it's safe.
But it's not.
And for an environment like Fallout 4, you can kind of get away from... I mean, I want to be able to move through the world.
Yeah.
But for Doom VR, it's a first-person shooter, and you want to teleport and...
Yeah, a lot of
I
shooter
don't get
type
it.
games in VR are more successful if you're just standing one spot and they come from all directions and you protect yourself.
Yeah. Which
So,
potentially that could be really fun in that sense because
yeah, yeah.
Doom, for those of you who don't know that the new Doom that came out, it was, it was more of a gore fest than anything. You were a lot less interested in shooting the monsters than getting up in their face and like taking this really nasty snarling beast and like grabbing its muzzle, ripping a tooth out of its face, and then stabbing it in the eye. Perfect for VR. People are gonna break controllers like nobody's business. I'm pretty sure people are probably gonna put the controllers through their monitor, but nevertheless, details. But God, the idea of Fallout 4, where you're actually gonna be able to stand inside of your building and look around and see your pad, that's just that's amazing. They did announce there's an expansion for Elder Scrolls Online, which is Morrowind. Mm-hmm. So if you're into Elder Scrolls Online, it looks like a lot of good additional content. I haven't played the game, so I can't expand upon that any further. They also did a big push for the Creation Club, which is Bethesda's embracement of modding community. I'm gonna be a little bit tongue in cheek with the whole embracing thing, because there was some back and forth with Bethesda on them and modding. It kind of went back and forth. What this really kind of boils down to is it kind of looks like, it's a nice little moniker they could put up for partnering with select small studios and independent modders selectively to bring in stuff to the community. It's a little bit of a show and dance kind of thing, not much anything else. They also had Elder Scrolls Legends. This is their strategy card game. This is kind of in the line of slightly more complex, card game like Magic the Gathering and
right.
What's Blizzard's thing? Hearthstone.
Hearthstone, yeah.
Hearthstone. So they've got one, so you can play that. So that'd be interesting.
That's pretty cool.
They also have Dishonored: Death of the Outsiders. Don't play Dishonored. Can't tell you much about it. The trailer looked interesting, but again, it's a cinematic trailer. They said it's going to be out on 9/15 this year, so you'll get it sooner than later, which is great. They also noted Quake Champions, which is a big event they're having to promote esports in Quake. I personally was I was an Unreal Tournament kid, not a Quake kid, so I'm not both. A Quaker. And then probably one of the best things I saw there for the creep factor was the Evil Within. I told Kirok off camera that I threatened to actually get this game and make him play it. If this came in a VR version, I would so make him play it. I just want to have a poop cast and see where you shit yourself.
That's the thing. I have not played any horror type games in VR yet. There was like a little sample.
Creepy as hell.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, guys, watch the full trailer for this. It is creepy as shit. It is so goddamn creepy. Just God. And then they go from Creepsville, like population me, to just what the fuck over.
This is good though. I was very excited about this.
Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
Wolfenstein 2.
Yep.
I don't even. And first of all, again, this is Bethesda being tongue in cheek, and you see this like you're watching again they're like advertising commercials for all these games, and all of a sudden it's like this starts. And it's like, okay, it's the 50s. This girl and she's looking around. There's a guy trapped in his car, and she's gonna call her trusty. What the fuck? It's just like, holy sweet Jesus shit me O'Malley, what the fuck is this? And then it's like you see the channel change, and it's like a cartoon superhero. And wait, was that a swastika on his arm? Wait, what the shit? It changes again. Now it's a German game show. Like, what the fuck? And now it's a fucking monkey with a cat. What the shit is going on, Bethesda?
Okay. So there are theories. The monkey with the cat head is kind of like I don't know if you played Wolfenstein, the Wolfenstein New Order.
No.
In the end, he dies, or that's what it looks like.
Okay.
And I just spoiled everything, didn't I?
Spoilers!
Sorry, guys.
Post notification spoilers.
People are saying that he actually survives because they do a head transplant, which is why they're showing the monkey with the cat head.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I don't know. That's a theory.
But anyways, they go from that, and then they go into this cinematic, and it's just I tell you, if you are at all offended by any kind of reference to Nazis or anything like that, this is so not the game for you. And and fucking grow a thicker skin. The comedic value of this was off the hook. The graphics are off the hook.
Impressive. Yeah.
I'm looking so forward to this. I'm looking forward to this. I would love to see gameplay through this. I will sit in front of my computer with popcorn watching.
Yeah.
Like for certain. But yeah, I was just like, I don't know. Anyways, plenty of games here that were interesting. Granted, there's only a couple that I would personally like really connected to and interested in, but nevertheless, entertaining. I was actively watching the entire presentation without diversion, other than to make notes for it, because it was so comical and entertaining and fun, and they kept you enraptured. So, Sony big fat fucking fail, boring as shit.
Yeah,
this was fucking funnier than hell. So yeah, that's my take on it. And I hate to do this to you guys, but we're gonna end on a really sad note. I'm gonna let Kirok do it because I will piss myself ranting about it.
Yeah,
we could probably do this in like 30 seconds, honestly. I will preface this that we almost didn't put this in, partly because I didn't really want to feel like it, and technically, EA is not part of E3. EA last year decided we're not going to be a part of E3 anymore. We're too good for you.
EA Play.
Yeah, EA Play. So what did they do? They left E3 and then held their own event literally next door the week before.
Oh, man.
That is what you call a dick move.
So basically, I mean, they went through a series of different games. A lot of people were expecting to see a lot of these games. Madden 18 long shot. I'm not into the sports, so the one thing that did stand out to me in this is that they make the game appear like a movie, so there's actually a storyline in the game, which is kind of cool.
For football?
For football, yes, football.
Fuck
like
me.
it looks like
on.
you're watching a movie. Like
no.
all they needed was
No. You know what,
Wait, no,
Kirok?
Baseball.
Oh, we're out of time. I'm sorry. Battlefield 1.
Yeah, Battlefield 1 in the name of the Tsar. It's an expansion due September 2017. And basically they're introducing night maps, adding 6 new maps in total. It's now going to concentrate on the eastern front of the battle, so that's Russia.
Oh, nice.
They're going to have Russian army, Russian cavalry, and a whole bunch of new vehicles and weapons. It looks actually really good. This is decent.
The game has made big waves, so...
Yeah.
Look, another sports one.
Yeah, EA Esports, or EA Today, launching the largest FIFA championship competition. They're concentrating on bringing out the competitiveness in their games for e-athletes.
Wait. Hold on. Don't care.
And then, of course, one of those is, of course, FIFA. So FIFA 18, they're giving... I was watching the video. They're like, yeah, the stadiums now have living atmospheres where there's all kinds of people and you can see them doing stuff and whatever. Players have personalities and run styles that are actually mapped according to real players in the real world. Meaning, if a specific soccer player plays it like this or runs this certain way, you'll see that in the game. They had, what's his name? Cristiano Ronaldo do mocap. So I don't even know who this guy is. I'm sorry. I'm going to be straight honest with you guys. But the whole point was to get realistic body movements. So if you like soccer, football, Awesome. More
Kirak,
power.
I give you credit for taking the time to try to learn about this shit.
Yeah.
Look, Need for Speed.
Need for Speed, Payback. This is oh yes. So one of the lines that struck me in this is this is the most diverse and open world ever created in a Need for Speed game. To me, that sounds like Tide commercials after 50 years. To get your clothes whiter than before. Even more, how much more fucking white can it get? Sorry.
That's racist.
Oh, I didn't think of what I was saying there.
What is the way out? Oh!
This was the gem. This was the gem in the whole conference. This is my number 2 most excited game compared to Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Interesting.
So this was made by the developers of A Tale of Two Brothers, and it's a co-op only game that you can play either local, meaning I have you sit next to me on the couch and we play, or online, and it's a split screen game, and you can only play it with a friend. So there's no single player, and it kind of forces you two, the two people who play it, to cooperate, to overcome problems.
Was interesting.
And it's set in prison, and you're kind of like two bad guys trying to break out, or at least I gathered it was maybe breaking out. This game, mark my words, is going to do very well.
At least
next
they
had, yeah, that was the only thing, honestly. So another one is Anthem. So Anthem is a sci-fi game made by BioWare, slightly RPG-ish. It's basically you play as a freelancer who explores planets, protecting humanity. And the one cool thing is that you get to rock around in an exosuit, kick-ass exosuit, that you can fully deck out and fully customize. Although it struck me as a Destiny knockoff. I saw it. I'm not a fan of Destiny. So right away, my thoughts were like, not interested. It looks great. Don't get me wrong. It looks great, but I'm just not me. Another one was NBA Live 18. They showed a guy dribbling a basketball. I'm going to let that sink in.
And moving on, Star Wars Battlefront.
Okay. There's more to it than a guy dribbling a basketball, but to me, that's what that was. So, Star Wars Battlefront. So they're introducing a full campaign in this version. One of the biggest complaints of the previous one was there wasn't an actual real campaign in the game. Apparently, it's much larger, 3 times the size of the first game. More vehicles, planets, and more space battles. Deeper customization, and it spans all the eras of Star Wars.
And the end all be all to it is people are going to be excited because it says
Star Wars. They showed about 30 minutes of gameplay, but they also showed what was kind of interesting is an esports setting where they were having people go head on. So they were making it look like a competition type thing. So yeah.
Just so you guys know, in all fairness, the NBA Live, it's a little bit interesting. People who are into it, it actually has like, more stuff you can do instead of just being on the main teams and the main cores. You can actually use some popular, urban street type environments.
Yes,
things
that's true.
Two on twos,
but the guy's still dribbling the basketball.
Yeah, fucking Christ.
I'm sorry. I once made a joke at work when some game was on and people were watching it, and they're all watching it in the break room. They're all watching basketball, and I walked by, grabbed a drink of water, and as I'm walking away, I'm like, but everybody knows basketball's not a real sport. Everybody looked at me, and they looked like they were going to kill me. I said, it's right up there with fishing and chess. Never mind.
Anyways.
And you can send your hate comments to Kirak at... No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, you can. That is actually going to end it for the E3 stuff. I'm sorry to hoist that last bit on you. Honestly, could have cut all that out and been just as happy. It's EA's bread and butter, I understand, but it's just boring as shit to me. And EA is so known for being an asshole company that I have no love for them anyway, so...
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Anyways, guys, if you have thoughts and opinions on this, please do let us know in the comments down below. We'd love to get your feedback and thoughts on this. We do not mind you guys being opposing. We understand that people have different dynamics and different types of games like to play. I totally understand that. If you feel different than we do, you're right to have that opinion. If you're Kirok and don't agree with me, you're wrong, but that's still okay. So we're gonna go ahead and move along.
Okay, guys.
Welcome back to another Game Releases with me, Kirok, and there's a few this week, so buckle up for the ride. And your first game comes out on June 20th. This is Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. It's out for PC and PS4. It's an MMORPG. In fact, it's an expansion to the original Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. To be accurate, it's the second expansion. The first Realm Reborn was kind of Square's apology for their botched release of Final Fantasy XIV, and when they did this, they did a good job. I actually played the game. The game was great visually. It had a lot of character, but it just didn't capture me. Also on June 20th, Dead by Daylight. This is coming out for PS4 and Xbox One. It is a survival horror game. To kind of give you an idea what it's like, it is basically a lot like the Friday the 13th game that just recently came out. It's got a really dark atmosphere, very creepy. The idea is up to four players, I believe, get together, and out of those four players, everyone chooses who's going to be the killer. The killer has to hunt the other players, and the other players basically have to survive as long as they can. Graphics look amazing, and they really know how to make your skin crawl. Also on June 20th, you have Nex Machina. This game's coming out for PC, PS4. It is a top-down twin-stick shooter. In fact, this game is made by the developer Housemarque, same guys that made Resogun back in the day when the PS4 first came out. This game exudes quality. When you look at the graphics, it is impressive. There's tons of effects happening on the screen at one time. Unlike, though, Resogun, where you go side to side, this is a top-down view, kind of like three-quarter view game. And once more, man, save all humans. Also on June 20th, we have Dungeon Defenders 2. So this is coming out for PC, PS4, and Xbox One. It is an action tower defense role-playing game. It's a sequel to the original Dungeon Defenders that came out a couple years back. Game looks beautiful, charming, and it's looks safe for kids to play as well. In fact, a lot of the graphics remind me of a cartoony version of WoW. Looks great, but something I wouldn't play. Maybe check it out and let me know if you'd like it. And now, on June 26th, we have Secret World Legends releasing. This is coming out on PC, and the developers call it a shared world RPG. This is essentially a revamp of the Secret World, which was an MMORPG. The game has been revamped, combat systems, updated visuals, new progression system, and the main difference is they're making this a free-to-play game so anyone can download and play it. Of course, there is in-game money called Arum, which you have to buy with real-life money. Of course there is. And finally, guys, on June 27th, we have Danganronpa, another episode, Ultra Despair Girls. This is coming out for PS4, and it is an action-adventure game. Okay, this is a very, 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 very Japanese-type game. I mean, if you like black and white bears with a crazy face dancing in unison, and you play as a heroine who's got a megaphone attached to her butt which shoots out hearts and lasers, then this is the game for you. Enough said. And that's it, guys. That's another week of game releases with me, Kirok, here on Bottle Rocket Gaming. I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.
All right, guys. We have come to the end, the finish line, the home stretch, the finality of this podcast for this week. Again, I apologize for things running long, but it is E3. There's going to be content. We could go on longer with more stuff. There's a lot of
there's stuff we
sub content. I mean, there's E3 has controllers and other vendors and small studios, and as a matter of fact, just a reminder to you guys, our beautiful, wonderful friends from Mexico are going to be there at E3. So I definitely encourage, if you haven't seen the episode with Frontier Gaming, go back a couple episodes and see them and head over to their channel and check it out. They are part of a small indie group in Mexico, and they're going to have content there. So there's so much there. And I definitely encourage you, if you're interested in this kind of stuff, definitely look up E3. There's a whole bunch of sites like IGN and GameSpot that did full coverage, live tweet streams, everything, to give you more details of what's happening. So definitely check it out. But I digress. Kirok, my friend.
Yes.
In 2 minutes or less, what is going on with you?
I actually got to play on a game night with people from Project Singularity. It was good.
You're breaking character.
We played some Payday 2, and it was a lot of fun. I only played with them for like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. So that, and I'm now streaming Horizon Zero Dawn.
Very cool.
Great game. 9 hours into it, and I'm just going to keep doing that, streaming that. And Hop Along Games, we're planning to have podcasts out by mid-July-ish, roughly.
Yeah, by the way, on the topic of you streaming, you need to freaking post it in the goddamn Discord so that I know when this shit's happening.
On BRG? All right,
yes.
You got it. I'll do that.
Always.
Oh, and one last thing. It came in. The lapel mic.
What you need to do is actually need to mount it to your headset so it hangs down from your headset.
I was thinking about that, but I tested it with it on my chest, and it works fine too. But I have to keep it lower than usual because the game's going to force you to look down, and then my beard was like hitting it. Yeah, so I'm going to get better audio in VR soon. That's it.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Cool. And of course, guys, definitely keep up with Kirok and his Twitter account, among other things. I myself, nothing new, terribly exciting. I do have more content I need to edit before my channel starts wrapping up again, so we're kind of at a standstill here with content for the gaming as well as my moto vlog. I believe I'm either dying soon or I've already died. I have new content, got some beautiful content, some ride video. I actually went out early today, like 6 o'clock in the morning. And if you want to play at home just look up California Highway 236, beautiful windy road. Highway 9, another beautiful windy road. Morning of warmth and quiet and nothing else on the road. Best time for riding a motorcycle. It was amazing. And of course, guys, I would be remiss if I didn't note the wonders of the BRG community. If you have not found what is the BRG community, friends, brothers, listen to me. Come, check us out. We are a bunch of assholes and dipshits that love to get together to make great content. And I'm telling you, if you are the decrepit few that find it funny when you see a dead rabbit on the side of the road with a Easter basket and broken eggs around it, you are perfect for this group. Let me tell you. Seriously, guys, go over to BRG and check things out. We have a lot of stuff coming up. There's going to be an absolute blast. Next month is going to be Freeview, and Freeview doing Crossout. Crossout is a really cool post-apocalyptic, build your own vehicle to go shoot them up. And we're going to be doing a full month of that, where we're actually going to play the game, have events, and at the end of it, we're going to do a roundtable and review it and let you know if it's worth playing. So we'll have a lot of fun with that. And of course, you want to keep up with what's going on, including not only the podcast, but Freeview highlights and gameplay from our streams, as well as some other content that's going to be coming down the pipe. Definitely make sure you head over to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/BallRocketGaming. Obviously, if you found this, chances are you're probably there. Hit the subscribe. Hit the bell to keep notified. Hit the like. Make a comment. Piss on your monitor. Whatever it is they want you to do. I don't know. I'm kind of getting lost in what they want you to do in this day and age to get noticed. Whatever it is, do that. Do that. Keep up with us because we love you for it. We do have a Twitch channel, and the Twitch channel is going to start living up. Ziploc Bob is working on getting a whole bunch of BRGers together to take turns tossing their stream up through BRG so that you can see what's happening on it. We also host other people as well, so you can see what's happening within the BRG community. So we definitely encourage that. And of course, as always, we do appreciate the help and people who donate are wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people that help us out monetarily. We're gonna have a lot of fun with helping people out with the money we get from it. So again, thank you for that. If you want to donate, feel free to pitch in over at patreon.com/BallRocketGaming. We have everything from $1 to $50, where you can get all kinds of fun things, from a hearty thank you to a really fucking big bug. Jesus Christ. Sorry.
You can get a really
t-shirt.
big bug?
A t-shirt. There it is. See? Grain fly. If you want, for an extra $5, I'll give you a t-shirt. And then for $55, I'll capture this thing and put it in a box and ship it to you.
Are we smuggling bugs now?
Yes, that's smuggling. Hey, they did with spiders.
Yeah, I know.
Anyways, guys, thank you so very much. Have yourselves a wonderful night. We'll see you next week.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye, guys.